Hello, Sylvia here, nutrition and fasting coach. I wanted to share this experiment that I did today because we have cake in the house, birthday cake, and we were going to have cake for breakfast. So when you're wearing a continuous glucose monitor, you will see exactly what's happening in your body in real time, how your body's reacting to food, how your body's reacting to when you eat, how you eat that food, in what order you're eating that food, and what kind of activities you're doing. So since I have a non-fasting day today, we were going to enjoy leftover birthday cake for breakfast. And I didn't want to set myself up for a disastrous day with cravings, low energy, and all this that will come from a huge glucose spike early in the morning. So I wanted to control the spike the best I could. So knowing I was going to have cake, I started my meal with some Greek yogurt, full-fat Greek yogurt with basil seeds, which are very high in fiber, and some raspberries and some walnuts. That was my breakfast, and then I had a piece of cake after. I know that even though I slowed down the absorption of the carbohydrates from the cake with my breakfast, I knew it's not going to be enough to avoid a spike. And I wanted to make sure that I don't go too high. So what I did was I went to the gym and I got on my rowing machine. And I did 20 minutes of moderate intensity rowing, which controlled my glucose, actually lowered my glucose at that point. I probably started my workout a little too soon after the meal because the sugar from the cake had not reached my bloodstream yet. So I actually lowered my glucose all the way down to 69 at one point, which is fairly low. But as I went on, I did 20 minutes of rowing. Then I went over, did some weight training, strength training, and I did that for about 30 minutes. When I was done with the 30 minutes of strength training, that's when I realized that now it looks like the sugar from the cake is starting to hit my bloodstream. So I didn't want to end my workout there because if I stop moving my body now, my body's not going to need that energy from that sugar and it's going to get stored. So I kept going, got back on the rowing machine, and I did some more moderate intensity for which is just so you can still talk, but it's started to get a little harder to talk, so a little higher intensity. So I did that for another 15 minutes, and that's what it took from the time I could tell that the sugar from the cake started hitting my bloodstream until it's starting to come back down. Took 15 minutes. So moving my body for 15 minutes, excuse me, I got tickled. That's all it took for me to avoid that spike. And this is simple tools that you can use as well. But knowing exactly what foods trigger you, and everyone is different. So what affects my blood sugar is not going to affect yours the same. This is why it's so great to have that continuous glucose monitor where you can see exactly what's happening in your body. And that's what we're now using in my metabolic reset, where my clients are wearing a glucose monitor. You are able to see in real time what exactly is happening in your body. And you can adjust so that you can still have the piece of cake when in those special moments, the celebrations and all those things, without wrecking the rest of your day. So such an advantage to know this. Now, by avoiding this big spike early in the morning, I am avoiding having cravings, low energy, and this for the rest of the day. I'm feeling better for the rest of the day because of the decisions and the timing on how I was able to avoid the glucose spike. So these are some things that you learn in the metabolic reset. If you want to learn about my program, please just send me a DM. I'll be happy to chat with you. But other than that, going for a brisk walk running up and down the stairs after, depending on your meal too, the timing varies depending on the size of the meal, the carb amount, how much fat is in there, how much protein and fiber, it all affects it. That's why it's so nice to learn these things with a continuous glucose monitor where you see exactly how your body reacts. So it's extremely helpful. And one of my clients, she just, with our last check-in, she had decreased her glucose spikes by 88%. Amazing results just by adding some foods, moving some foods around, and timing of it was all it took to get those amazing results. So it's absolutely possible, and I just wanted to do this experiment today, and I wanted to share it with you guys. So I hope you learned something from it as well. Let me know below, and I will see you guys next time.